October 1991. Still working as a mason tender. Coming up on the end of the season. I'll be unemployed soon. For the winter anyway. But, yeah, so didn't read a lot. Just 5 books. I got a couple of them here to show you. But, yeah, I don't think anything else going on. Just working and reading. Probably going out to see movies, hanging out with people. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. So let's just talk about these books. And the first book that I read in October of 1991 was The Touch by F. Paul Wilson. This is a novel in the adversary cycle. Who knew that I read this before? I didn't. I was surprised as anyone to see that it was on this list. This is about a doctor, who gets, who has the ability, or gains the ability, to cure people with a touch. Just a touch and he can cure people, but of course there's always a price to pay. And this edition includes a short story, so the power is called Dat Te Vow. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, and there's a short story by that title that's included in this book. I don't believe it was included in the edition that I read, but this new edition has it. So there you go. That was the first book I read. I have 5 more books to read in my secret history list before I get to this one. So I will be rereading it again eventually, because it's part of the secret history of the world. Book number 2. I don't know if I should be surprised that I don't have a copy of this, or you should be surprised that I don't have a copy of this. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Do I need to even explain what this is about? Is there anyone out there who doesn't know what Jurassic Park is? I don't know what year the movie came out. I don't think it had been announced or anything at the time that I read this. You know what? I'm going to look it up real quick. Let's see. You get to watch me play on my phone just for a second, because I want to know when the movie came out. 2000... Nope, that's not it. There we go, 93. So only a couple of years after I read this. Probably less than 2, because I assume it was a summer blockbuster. But I'm pretty sure, this book, I got it from the library. It didn't have, a big thing on it that said, soon to be a major motion picture. I don't know. But, they find a way to clone dinosaurs. They're going to open a theme park. People come in to see if it's going to be safe. Dinosaurs break loose, run amok, and eat people. It is different than the movie. Obviously, they almost always are. So there are differences. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It might be the first Michael Crichton I ever read. And eventually, we're going to get to the sequel, which may be the only 2 Michael Crichtons that I've read. But it was, dinosaurs eating people. Gotta love it. Next up, the other book that I have is The Bridge by John Skipp and Craig Specter. This is ecological horror. People are dumping toxic waste, and nature gets sick of it and starts fighting back. It's John Skipp and Craig Specter. It's good stuff. I have not read it in ages. I really feel that I should reread this one. It's one of the few, their first 2, The Light at the End and the Cleanup, I've read tons of times. And I've read The Scream a few times, but I may have only even read this once or twice at most. But I love their stuff. I need to reread this. Hopefully I'll find the time sometime. All right, then we have Native Tongue by Carl Hyacin. And takes place in Florida. Environmentalists fighting land developers. It's crazy. There's all sorts of shenanigans. There's wild characters. His stuff's usually pretty funny. I don't remember where this falls, if it's one of the funnier ones, it is a funny one, but there are some that just have me laughing out loud like crazy. Don't remember if this one had that effect. And then finally, We have, all right, here we go. I got a lot to read here. The Perfect Murder. Jack Hitt with Lawrence Block, Sarah Caldwell, Tony Hillerman, Peter Lovesey, and Donald E. Westlake. So, in this book, there is a guy named Tim who is unhappily married. His wife is sleeping with his best friend, and so he reaches out to these different mystery writers, asking them for the perfect murder. How can he murder his wife and frame his best friend? And after all of these authors have replied with what they consider to be the perfect murder, he sends those replies out to the other authors for critiques to see if they can pick apart. It's a crazy concept. It's a crazy book. It's a lot of fun. I read a lot of Lawrence Block, Donald E. Westlake. I've read a little Tony Hillerman. I don't think I've read Sarah Caldwell or Peter Lovesey, but yeah, it's fun to read what each person says the perfect murder is, and then to read what how they pick apart the other people's perfect murders. I don't remember if Tim gets away with it or not. I don't know if he even gets to that point where he tries to actually pull one of these off. But it's a fun, really interesting concept with some great writers. And that's it. That is all that I read in October of 1991. And I think for a question for this video, what is your favorite Jurassic Park movie? How's that? Have you read any of the books? Are there only two? I stopped reading Michael Crichton. I don't know if he ever wrote more Jurassic Parks. I feel like there's a third one, maybe, or something that ties to it. But have you read Jurassic Park? Have you read its sequel? But what is your favorite of the Jurassic Park movies? I've seen all but the last one, the most recent one. As of this recording, that is, what is it, Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom? The third one in the second trilogy hasn't come out yet. I think that's, or Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World Dominion, I think is what it's called, is not out yet. I guess, I have to go with the obvious answer. The first one is the best one. Now, I do not look at it through rose-colored or nostalgia-colored glasses, as I like to say. I don't think it's the greatest movie ever made. I think it does have amazing effects. I also think it has some problems. But of the movies we have to choose from, I'd say it's the best one. There's some cool things in the second one, but I hate the ending. The third one isn't horrible, in my opinion, but it's fine. And then Jurassic World is entertaining enough. I think the special effects are good. I think, I just want to see, when I'm watching this kind of movie, I just want to see dinosaurs running around eating people. And we get plenty of that, in Jurassic World. And as I said, I have not seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and Jurassic World Dominion isn't out yet. So, yeah, it's the obvious answer. Jurassic Park, the first one, the original, has got to be the best of what's come out, at least in my opinion. And yes, I have obviously read the book, and I read The Lost World, Jurassic Park, I think is what the actual title of the second book is. But what about you? What are your Jurassic thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my show, or on my channel, Please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronan5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH. That's all I've got for you. So that's it. This is a pretty quick one. Until next time, read more books.